Listen, I had no idea what I was doing. In 2018 was the first time I picked up a spatula. I never owned one. This was one of my first spatulas. If you have no idea what you're doing when it comes to baking, cake decorating, I'm here to help you out. So in 2018 is when I first picked up my first spatula. And at that time, I had no clue what I was doing. None. So guess where I went? YouTube University. So from there, that's when I start developing certain skills that which I am going to start teaching you guys. Right here, right now. All right? Okay, so in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over what you need when you're first starting. It doesn't even have to be a business. It could be just you baking for your family, your friends, any parties, anything. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what you need so that you don't spend that much money and you get the necessities so you can start your baking journey. All right, here we go. Let's get started. First things first, a hand mixer. Yes, a hand mixer. So when I first started, I bought this Hamilton Beach hand mixer, and it came with a immersion. I think I said that right. Immersion blender. Okay, so this is what I started off in the beginning. This came later on when I knew that I was in for the long haul and I knew that this was something I really wanted to do. That's when I got these. Now, if you have it already in your home, that's fine. You can use it. That's perfect. But in the beginning, if you're not sure if this is something that you want to do, or this is something that you want to do on the weekends sometimes, or, you know what I mean, then you can just get this, okay? I got this off of Walmart. I'm sorry. I got this at Walmart for about, at the time, in 2018, it was about 20 something dollars. I just recently looked it up and it's about $28 now if you want to get this. This can help you mix your colors quickly. And I have a YouTube short on that if you guys ever wanted to check that out, okay? But we'll get to that another time. Next thing, pans. So this is a size 6. So this one is Wilton. This is the Wilton brand. You can also get fat Daddios if you'd like. Those are my 2 faves. They're not paying me for that. So Wilton, fat Daddio. I'm not getting paid for this, okay? But Wilton and fat Daddio are my favorites. All right. So what I did is I bought 4 in the beginning. I bought 4 of the 6 inches. Till this day, even with my cake business, a size 6 and a size 8 are my most used sizes. So I suggest if you get any, start off with the size 6. And then if you want to start doing 2 tiers, start with the size 6 and the size 8. Get 4 in each, okay? But in the beginning, just get 4 of the size 6s. Next, a cake leveler. Okay, so some people you see online, they have their knives and they're just cutting away at the cake. You see them and they do it perfectly. Me, personally, I can't do it. So the best thing I suggest in the beginning is getting a cake leveler because, as you can see, with this cake, it's not even. So what you would do, obviously, this is a cake that I'm going to be using for later. But what you would do is take off the saran wrap. They have different, I don't know if you guys can see this. There are numbers on here which you can adjust. So you just push this in, and you can move it to whatever adjustment you want. Then once you do that, you just cut along, okay? So right now I have it at a higher point, and you just go like that, and that's how you cut, and it will give you an even finish every time. All right, so a cake leveler, must have. Next, what we need is measuring cups. So this one is my favorite because it can hold up to 4 cups. It is glass, so you got to be careful with it, right? And then I also have silicone cups. So this one comes in a pack of 3. This one I bought by itself, but this one comes in a pack of 3. This one is the 1 cup. So there's a half a cup, 1 cup, and then there's also, I believe it's 3 cups. I got that off Amazon as well. But these are must-haves. Another thing, must-have, are spoons, measuring spoons. Make sure you have, just make sure you have some measuring spoons, okay? Next thing you need to have is a spatula. If you ever need to be reminded on some measurements and Google is not around, what am I saying? Just use the measuring, okay? So on the back of here, you can see them. A lot of them come with this actually. So I should just suggest getting one with this on the back because it helps you out, okay? Next one is a offset. Is this a spatula? What is this called? I don't even remember. An offset cake scraper? No, this is not a scraper. This is a, see, I use these things. I don't even know the name of it. Great. All right, so this is a offset. Man, I don't remember. Give me 1 second. Dang, what's the name of that thing? It is an offset spatula, so I was actually right. I was doubting myself. I just use it. I just call it the scraper. That's, you know. Anyway, so this is an offset cake spatula. Going back to the spatula, so you can scrape the sides. It makes it easier for you to do that, right? So then when I'm also doing my icing, when I'm putting it on the cake, some people just use just the offset spatula. What I do is I use this. I don't know why I do that. It's easier for me. Whatever you want to do, it's your world. If this feels more comfortable for you, use it. If this feels more comfortable for you, use it. For me, I like to use this. I take it, I put it on my cake. This right here. This is what I first started off with. So yes, it's rusty, it's crusty, but it got the job done. Once I knew that I was in it for the long haul, that's when I got this one, okay? So let me show you the difference. This one, you see how it turns, but it's kind of, it's not as smooth. When this one, do you hear anything? Glides, it just glides nice and smooth. So when you have your cake scraper, it's just so much smoother when you have this, when you're maneuvering this one. But like I said, if you want to start off, I think this should come, it depends on the level you are for you to get this one. If you'd want to, this is always going to make a better cake, I believe, but I would say that this still helped me out so much. I had this for a whole year before I moved on to this one. Yes, it was rusty and sound crusty, but it got the job done as well. So that's what I'll say about this, but I'm also loyal to it. All right, so next thing you want to get is piping bags. So what I usually do is I just get the big ones. This one was actually $12 at my, I don't know how much it came. It's 20 inches. Not sure how much it came in it, but I got this from my cake store. And what you do is you take the piping bag and then you use certain tips. You cut as much as you feel is needed. So it doesn't go all the way to the end. So what you do, you know what? Let me do it for, oh, actually, no. All right, so it doesn't go all the way to the end. So what you do is you just cut. Do not cut it all the way. Just cut it to the point that it's in the middle or close to. So not too close to the end and not too close to the top. And when you have the icing inside, you just twist it and then you're good to go. This I'll show in another video how to actually pipe with. This is actually a star tip. This is a star tip by Attico. The brand Attico 868. Yeah, Attico 868. Okay, this is a star tip. And then this one is a rosette tip. It's a Wilton 1M. So these are, especially nowadays, these two I use the most. If you're starting, get these two. If you're going to get anything for piping, get these two tips. because those heart cakes and, you know, it looks like it's not going out of style anytime soon. So I would get these two. Now we're going to talk about the scraper. So with the scraper, you got different sizes. This was my first scraper. Don't get this. Please don't get this. Don't get it. So with this one, it just, remember, if we want a smooth finish, this is plastic, right? So not only does it bend, it also has some ridges in it. You don't want no ridges. You want a nice, smooth, clean finish. Not saying that it's not going to get the job done for you, but over time, it does start getting scratches in it, and you're going to see those exact scratches on your cake. So if there is a scratch right here, you're going to see that whole, it's going to make a line in your cake in that one spot or wherever there is scratches. So I suggest not to get this. Invest in something that has a smooth finish on the end, okay? So this one is actually Fat Daddio that I got. And then once you use it, you're good to go. It does not, I've had this for years and I have yet to have any scratches on this. So this is pretty decent. So after that, okay. So with a big one, so I use these with the smaller ones, right? So let's say, for example, if I have a cake, this is one of my cake dummies. So if I have a cake, you see how this is shorter? So this is for the shorter ones. What am I doing? This is for the taller ones. So your wedding cakes or your tall dome cakes, your taller cakes, you're going to use this size. Okay. So I actually got this from Home Depot. It's a stainless steel Husky. It's not a cake scraper. It's just stainless steel, so it's safe on the cake. It's fine. But one thing about it, the ridges don't get damaged, the ends. And also, I bought one before, but this was not stainless steel. And you see how it's all icky and has like, what is this? What is this? Rust? Yeah, it has rust. It got rusted and stuff like that. So it didn't even take long for this to happen. I think after maybe a month, it already got like this. And I kept it, but I don't use it. This is for an example for you guys. Okay. This one I've had for a while. Nothing. It's clean, no rust. And I also bought this because it's actually cheaper than getting your traditional cake scraper, your tall cake scraper. So I don't remember exactly how much I bought this for. But it's 12 inches. Okay. I'll have the things in the description below. But I'm not sure exactly how much this costs, but I'll get it for you guys. Okay, next we have, gotta mention this. What cakes are you interested in making? Fondant or buttercream? Because that's important. So all the things that I just showed you are buttercream utensils. Now I'm gonna show you the fondant stuff, okay? Which you need those things, and for me, a tape measure. Because what happens is when you have a fondant cake, to measure your fondant, what makes it easier is if you take a tape measure and then you measure it, so you'll know exactly how much you have to cut out and how much you need. That saved my life. Because when I started doing it, when I did it blindly, when I just took some fondant and rolled it out, I'm telling you, for hours I was fighting and then it never came out right. So that saved my life. Okay. Another thing, you need a roller. So you're going to have your fondant out. And with the fondant, you're just going to go back and forth. So with these, you have to be careful with these as well, because you have to make sure it has a smooth finish as well. Because the thing about the cake, just like with these, if it has any ridges, it's going to show up on the cake. So I've had this for years, no scratches, nothing on it. This is a large one. So this is like one of the normal sizes for fondant for cakes. This one is for decoration. So if you're doing small things like flowers or little things on the cake, you use this one, this small one, okay? But you wouldn't use this for a big cake. And then we have this. So I'm gonna say yes, get this. So what this is a smoother. So when you're doing a fondant cake, you're gonna take the cake. I might as well just keep this here. You're gonna take the cake that has fondant on it, and you're going to just smooth it out. Okay, you're gonna smooth it out. This is what it's for. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I never use this. What I use is gloves and my hands. For some reason, I don't know. I just feel like it's just better without. I don't know. And the cakes that you see, those are done with me just smoothing it out that way. So yeah, that's how I do it. I just put some gloves on my hand and I just smooth it out. That's what works for me. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, this is a good investment to get though when you're doing fondant cakes. All right, guys. So that's pretty much the supplies that you need to start off. These are the utensils. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to do. What am I going to show you guys what to do? Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you guys how to make some frosting. 2 ways how to make some frosting in the next video. Because if you don't have good frosting with a good consistency, your cake will not hold up. You're not going to be able to decorate it properly. So that's what we're going to do on the next video. So thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. It would help my channel so much. Please support. Thank you guys so much.